As Jews, all of us together, regardless of how religious and how observant one is, on Shabbos morning, life changed a little bit. Personally, I was in shul already, and someone walked up at 10:30 and told me what happened. And everyone knows, in the beginning, the news was, no one knew exactly what it was. It was just starting, and as time went, it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And of course, it was Shabbos and it was holiday for us. Not just a regular holiday, but Simchat Torah, a celebration, a joyous holiday. Perhaps the most joyous 48 hours that Jewish people have on our calendar. And here we're met with this devastating news. So how do we react to this? What's my reaction? As a Jew living in Brooklyn, what's my reaction? So there's a couple of things, a couple of thoughts that have been going through my mind that I'm going to share with you now. And hopefully you'll appreciate it. The first thing is, we begin to read the parsha of the Chumash, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In Israel, this Shabbos, that's what they were reading in synagogues. It was Simchat Torah for them, and they begin to read the Torah from the beginning. And on chapter 1, verse 1 of our Holy Torah, the foremost commentary on the Chumash, Rashi, he gives a statement. And the statement is, why does the Torah begin with the story of creation? It should begin with the first law, the first mitzvah, the first commandment. What's up with the story of creation? And Rashi says the reason is to let us and the world know that the land of Israel belongs to the Jewish people. God created this world and created the land of Israel. And God gave the land of Israel to the Jewish people. So let no one come and say, you are thieves for taking our land. This is the proof. Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. This is what the Jewish people in Israel read on Shabbos throughout the land. Let us not make the mistake and think for a moment that this was a political decision, that this fight is about which territory is mine and which territory is yours. The terrorist who committed this atrocity has only one map, and that map doesn't have the Jewish people living in the Middle East. So how do we react? How do you continue celebrating? How do we go on with the celebration of Simchat Torah, dancing with the Torahs in the streets, and nonprofits, and singing and dancing with this news? So to be honest, it was very difficult. You'd sit down and cry. You shed a tear. And then you say to yourself, it's easier to cry than it is to dance right now. It's much easier to sit and put my head down and cry. Much, much more difficult for me to grab the Torah and to dance. So how do I do this? So I ask myself the following question. At that time, the numbers were 100, 200 people. So in my mind, I said 200 people went to sleep last night, and they anticipated to wake up the next morning, this morning, to take the Torah and to dance with it. That's what they were going to do. For some reason, which transcends our human capacity to understand, God took their soul back this morning. But what would they want me to do if not to dance for them right now? If I were to ask them, you rather me cry for you, or you rather me sing and dance and celebrate the fact that I'm Jewish? I think they're going to respond to me? And the answer was clear. Take the Torah and dance. Not only inside, on the street. We blocked off the street. We had hundreds of people come to celebrate the fact that we're Jewish. And we sang Am Yisrael Chai. And we had the greatest celebration. Not only for me, but for all those of my brothers and sisters that couldn't dance this Simchat Torah. So yes, other shows may be canceled, but they made a mistake. We don't cancel. We double down, we hold our heads high, and we turn the tears into action. We turn the tears into positive action. We continue the life of all those that were murdered, cold blood, in the most savage and barbaric fashion. All of us who are alive, every Jew around the world, is now responsible to continue that simcha, that celebration that they wanted to have. It was written in Hebrew, and I'll read the translation for you. Today our hearts beat with fear. Who among us is going to die, and who will return safe and sound? We are your messengers in battle. We fight so that you can live in peace with your children, so you can stay alive. We are your protection. Will you be one of us? We go on this dangerous mission knowing that some of us will not return, but will ascend to our next position in a storm to heaven, as Elijah the prophet did. We go there with devotion and dedication. We ask you to be our protection through your prayers. Protect us by going beyond yourselves through spirituality and good deeds. Pray for us. Pray that you will not see another mother bury her son. Pray that you will not see our women as widows raising our children in tears. Pray that our children will grow up knowing who their fathers are. Pray that we eliminate the terrorists who aim to destroy us, and that we do not harm innocent women and children. Please, we implore you, as you read this, don't just move on to the next thing that you do. Say a chapter of Psalms. Awaken King David to ask Almighty for full redemption and peace for the whole world. Take upon yourself another good deed. And please pass this on. I'm sure that your prayer will make a difference. Remember, we are in this together. We are on the front lines with weapons, and you fight with us in your prayers. Every word of your prayer gives us strength, protection, and success. Written a few hours ago from someone on the front lines. The verse says, the verse clearly chooses the mitzvah of tefillin. That when you wear tefillin, the enemy will see it and they'll have fear. Fear will be instilled in them from some higher power because of the tefillin that you wear on your head. As well, take the tehillim, say a psalm, do something good, do a mitzvah. Together, hopefully, to go out and celebrate the fact that we're Jewish, to go out and celebrate the fact that we are God's agents to be a light into this world of peace and love. And this way we will narrate through our mitzvahs that we're going to commit to. And we can write it down on the paper, commit a mitzvah for the Jews, for our brothers and sisters in Israel, for the hostages, for those families that are bereaved right now, they're crying, they don't know where their loved ones are. Everything we do now makes a difference to their life. And God will bless us with the ultimate blessing of peace and harmony in a perfected world with the coming of Mashiach and Maheda, the Amen, Amen.